All right, you guys, what's up? This is Uncle P from Super Easy Forex, and I wanted to do this video for you guys, and I'm gonna get another camera. I want something that doesn't jump around, but I wanted to do this video because I really want to help some of you traders out there because I talked about this in class, and I find that this is one of the biggest reasons why 90 or whatever the percentage is now, 90, 92%, 93, 95, whatever the percentage is, why so many traders in the Forex market is failing. And if you listen to me, and I taught this in my class on this week, and I'll continue to teach this because I think this is something that is critically missing in the business and nobody wants to talk about it. So before I move forward, I need you to grab a pen and a piece of paper or something to write with, okay? Because I'm going to help you whether you're part of the Super Easy Forex family or not. Hold on one second. For whatever reason, this thing is blurry. Um, so there's three things, and I need you to write this down. If you want to change your trading philosophy overnight, just write these three things down. And again, whether you're part of the Super Easy Forex family or not, who cares? It doesn't matter. We're all retail traders in this space, and so it's us against the institutions. That's the way it is. We're still on the same team, regardless of whose tools you're using. So here's the three things you must understand. You must understand. Number one is financial over leveraging. Now, some of these things that I'm going to be telling you, the first one you're going to know, but the next two you're not going to even see coming because this is what destroys people. This is what destroys families in this business, and nobody says a word. So the first one is financial over leverage, but the impact of that decision echoes down through your trading career. Now, watch how this plays out. And it took me a long time to figure this out because it took a long time for me to dig myself out of this same exact hole that many of you are in. So watch how this plays out. Okay, make sure you listen all the way through. So when you do financial over leveraging, that means for brand new people, that means that when you enter into a trade, you're putting way too much money on the trade. So let's say you have a $100 account. You decide that you want to trade a standard lot, which is $10 per pip. You know goodness well that that's way too much money. Okay, that's too much money on that trade. But you're trying to build your account quickly because you've seen other people flip accounts, and so you're trying to be like them. But the problem is that you don't have the revenue. And so because you're not respecting the percentage, risk percentage, 2% of your account, 3%, 5% of your account, because you're not respecting that, you're causing additional problems that nobody talks about. And we're going to talk about that on number 2 and 3. So let's just talk about the immediate one that everybody is familiar with, and then watch how it sucker punch you on behind on the second and third situation. So number one, first of all, when you're over leveraging your account, it doesn't take but 1 or 2 losses for you to blow your account. Now, we all know that. Okay, nobody can disagree with that. Whether you like me, don't like me, that's the fact. If you're putting too much on a trade, you got a $100 account, you're trading a standard lot, trying to get $10 a pip. The broker spread alone could blow your account because they can open their spreads by 5, 6, 7, 8, 10 pips, right? Okay, so that means if they open their spread by 7, 8, 9, 10 pips, that means that $100 account just got blown just on spread alone. Didn't even have nothing to do with the price action. You see why you shouldn't do that? Let's just say you decide to risk 5% of your account. You got a $100 account, you risk 5%, you lose one trade. You still got 95% of your account left. Okay? See, we got to use common sense. I told my class, because I teach twice a week. When you join, you'll be talking directly with me. I teach twice a week. Okay, twice a week. I don't know why people call me a scam. I'm the worst scammer there is because I don't hide from you. I teach you twice a week. You'll be in class with me. And as I told them, this is one of the most unprofessional businesses I have ever joined myself to. I've owned restaurants, daycares, trading in the stock market, options. None of this foolishness happened. But in this business, people think you can take a $100 account and flip it into 10 million in 2 weeks. Clearly knowing that you're violating normal investment principles, whether you're investing in real estate, investing in whatever business. You know it's not wise to invest 100% of anything into one shot, because if that shot don't work, you're done. But when you come to this Forex business and the immaturity of this business, people think you can do that. And then what happens when they blow their account, they start looking for people to blame. That's why they always trying to find out. And I'm going to call a spade, call a thing the thing. Okay. We're going to talk today. We're going to talk today because you need to understand the psychology, the destructive psychology of doing the first mistake of over leveraging before we even get to the next two, because it gets worse. But nobody's talking about it in this business. This shh, keep quiet, just keep buying stuff. I don't care if you buy something from me or not. I'm going to help you get your act together, because this is the first mistake that is going to destroy you, and you will never be successful in this business if you don't fix your thinking. When you violate the principle of managing your money, you will always fail in this business. And a matter of fact, you will fail in any business that you do. It's called risk management. And many people in this immature Forex business choose not to respect that. And then they compound it by trying to find somebody else to blame. I've never seen so many scam hunters in a business in my life. But when you actually talk to these scam hunters, you'll find that they're the ones who don't respect rules. They're trying to flip accounts. They want everything for free. It's just immature. And it all boils down to the fact that you're trying to go too fast and you're not trying to be a professional about what you're doing. And the first way you're making that mistake, over leveraging. Over leveraging. You should not be risk. The standard in the industry is 2% risk. But again, even if you risk 5% of the account, you lose one trade, you still got 95% left. Why are you blowing an account? How could that be possible? How could that be possible if you're managing your money and you're blowing the entire account within a week or within 2 days? You got to own up and be mature about this, or just stop. I'm telling you, don't even listen. Don't join another business. Don't buy another indicator. Don't do nothing if you're not going to grow up and mature and become professional in what you're trying to do, because it will never work. And I prefer that you spend that money on something else or donate it to an organization than to keep donating money week after week after week to the Forex market because you are not disciplined with your money. Wins and losses are going to happen. In this business, it's inevitable. It's unavoidable. You will lose a trade here or there. But that's my point. If you was using just 5% risk, and my numbers could be off, whatever, no big deal. But let's just do the math. You're risking 5% per trade, right? You lose 10 trades. 5 times 10 is what? 50. That means you only lost 50% of your account. After losing 10 straight trades in a row, you still ain't blown your account. So why are you always out of money? Which leads to problem number 2. And this is the next killer. Write this down, because there are 3 over leverages in this business. The first is financial over leverage, which I just explained to you. The second one is emotional over leveraging. Hear me good. This one is very dangerous. That's why I prefer that people don't even join this business. Don't do it if you cannot control the first over leverage, which is financial, because it actually leads to 2 quiet killers behind the scenes. Here's the second one, emotional over leveraging. Emotional over leveraging happens when you start losing money, or you don't even have to lose money. That's the crazy part about this, okay? The crazy part about this is you don't even have to lose money. You can place the trade, but you know you put too much on it because you're trying to flip it. But now you're emotional about the trade, which in this business is not an emotion. Some of the best traders in the world are the ones who don't have many emotions about it. Okay. So, and somebody did, whoever this person is, see, I did not tell y'all, see, somebody will say, oh, he's a scammer. See, but that's because they're unprofessional. They don't take responsibility. So they look for other people to blame. That's why I say this is a very unprofessional business. The whole industry is immature to me. Very immature. Never seen this in my life. Never. But they don't own up because this is what they're doing. They're trying to go too fast. They're not a professional. but they want professional results. And when they don't get what they're looking for, start looking for somebody to blame. Okay. And that's why I tell people all the time, here's the deal. If you think that we are a scammer, don't buy nothing from us. Just keep watching my free videos because I'm trying to train you to be a professional in this business. I don't care whether you buy from us. Much of that money is donated to organizations and given to staff. So what do I care? I don't care. Stay away. But keep getting this knowledge that nobody was teaching and nobody wants to teach it. Nobody wants to teach it because it hurts profit margins. I'm not caring about profit margins. I care about you. Get knowledge to understand why 90% in this business keep failing. Now let's get on to number two. Number two, after you've financially over leveraged your account over and over and over again, and you keep blowing it because you're irresponsible, then the next thing happens, you begin to get emotional and you begin to be over leveraging emotionally. What that means is, write this down. What it means is now you're investing too much of your own heart into the trade because you're risking too much. There's a scripture in the Bible that says, where your treasure is, there will your heart be also. And as I told people in class last week, I said, isn't it funny that when you put your money on anything, you start feeling some kind of way. You don't want nobody playing over your money. See, when you start messing with people's money, oh, now you're messing with their what? Emotions. See, because it's hard to detach your emotions from your money and your money from your emotions. That's what the Bible says. I don't care if you believe in the Bible or not. The principle is true. When you're investing too much money into something, the more you invest, write this down, the more you invest financially, the more you're invested emotionally. Okay, write this down. And we haven't even gotten to the third one yet. I'm spitting knowledge. Again, I don't care if you don't ever join us. That's okay. Somebody said they have 700 pips this week using Simplicity, our trading system. But yet I'm a scam. No problem. But this is exactly my point. The only ones who ever call people scammers are the ones who's failing in the business. I've yet to meet a professional trader who's out there scam hunting. Why? Because they figured out, take responsibility. And then I don't have to worry about who's a scammer is, who isn't. That's not my business. I'm in the business of making pips. But see how the psychology in this business is destroyed because it's number one, trying to over leverage, trying to build an account so fast and this and that. See, it's just immature. And now you're emotional about everything. You understand what I'm saying? You're emotional. Now you're kicking the dog, kicking the cat. Now you're cussing out your wife or your husband. Now you just frustrated. You're crying. You're depressed. I told you guys, I did a video, I think about 6 months ago, and I said the Forex market is an emotionally abusive market. If you want to be in an emotionally abusive relationship, start trading Forex without having a proper understanding of how it functions. And one of the first things that makes you this way is when you're trying to grow an account too fast. Now, if I was talking to stock market investors, those who trade options, which I used to trade stocks and options years ago, we don't even have this conversation because they all know risk only a small percentage. It's a very professional business. Only the Forex business is so sloppy to where people think you can take $100 and flip it into 5 million in 2 weeks. And when it don't happen, they're pissed. They're pissed. And notice what I'm saying. They're what? Pissed. What is pissed? Emotions. Now you brought your emotions into the game. And when you bring your emotions into the game, you got a real problem because here's where the problem is. And we haven't even gotten to the third one. And the third one is a really big family destroyer. So make sure you listen until I'm done. Don't rush off. So number two, once you put too much on a trade and you violate the principle of investing your money like an investor, stop calling yourself a Forex trader all the time. You're an investor. And you invest capital into currency pairs that appear to give you an opportunity for profit. But you, as an investor, you're wise enough to know, don't put everything I got on one single trade or on two trades because you're out the game. And many of you guys tell the truth because I used to do it and I'm confessing. I used to do it all the time. because I ain't have no teacher, nobody telling me this. And so therefore every week or every other week when I was working, doing whatever, and then taking money, as soon as that money capital come in from other resources, I put it into my Forex account and it's out the door the next week. And then I got to keep doing the same thing every week. Now here's how the routine looks, because now you're emotional. So you pissed. So then you on the hunt to go find you something else, another trading system, another mentor, whatever, blah, 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 whatever. Or like most real people who call other scammers, what they actually do is surf the internet, trying to seek and find what free indicators they can get or steal from others. And then when they don't work, they come back and call you a scammer. Right? Meanwhile, what they do is on Sunday, now they think they done found something for the new trading week. Now they refill their account, put more money in, and then it flows right back out. And it continuously keep going over and over and over, the same repetitive pattern, simply because they violate step number one. They're undisciplined. And now you're mad, you're angry, you're frustrated, you're crying, you're this, you're that. And it leads to number three. Write this down. Write this down. Number three is the worst of all. Number three rips families apart. And I don't care whether you're in Forex or any other entrepreneurial endeavor. Number three is going to kill your family. It's going to kill your life. And you're going to lose a lot. And that's over leveraged with your time. And you say, how is that possible in Forex? Let me explain. When you have violated step number one, which is financial over leverage, now number two comes into play. You're emotionally over leveraged, which automatically triggers number three. Have you noticed that once you enter a trade and you put too much on that trade, financial over leverage, now your emotions kick in, emotional over leverage. Now guess what you're doing all the time? Number three, your time is over leveraged because you're always on your phone staring and watching the chart. Or if you're on your charts on your computer, now you're on your phone all the time. You're in the movie theater, supposed to be watching the movie with your significant other or whatever. And guess what you're doing? You're constantly staring on your phone, watching the trade. You're at work, supposed to be doing your job, but you're staring at the charts on your phone because you're scared to death of losing that trade. And now everything about you 24 hours a day, you can't even sleep in peace because you're worried about a trade. You're worried. And so now you just replaced everything that really is important in your life. You've divorced them and kicked them to the back curve because now the charts and Forex market has become your spouse. You're married to the charts, and your wife, girlfriend, boyfriend, or significant other has become your side piece. Your job has become your side piece. Why? Because you violated number one, financial over leverage. Do you see how the three deadly sins can come and kill you? It can rip you apart. All because you violated number one, financial over leveraging. Now let's just say, for an example, you have a $100 account. You risk 5% of that $100 account. Okay, win or lose, are you tripping? Now, if you're a person who just money hungry, yeah, you're going to be tripping even if you lose a quarter. But if not, and you use proper risk management of 2%, 3%, 5%, whatever it's the deal for you, you still know you're going to have money left over at the end of that trade. So do you really invest all day and all night watching it? No. Are you emotionally kicking the dog and cat, whether it wins or lose? No. What have you just become? A professional investor in the Forex market. Are you on the hunt trying to find who's the scammer, who's not the scammer? No. You're learning to become a professional. And professionals, this is how you do your business, because that's what it is. It's a business, and you treat it accordingly. Okay? You guys gotta, I'm telling you, I'm gonna continue to do these videos. People don't can like me, dislike me, they can call me whatever they want to call me, what it is. I don't care. I don't care. But I'm telling you, for those who want to learn what it really takes to make it in this business. And what I'm telling you right now, it has nothing to do with a trading system. So again, if you think I'm a scam, don't fool with us. Don't buy nothing from us. Don't call, don't text, don't ask no questions, don't send an email. Don't do nothing. Because again, I don't need your money. I'm not tripping. Like I said, that money, every time you make a purchase, part of that money goes to many organizations. As a matter of fact, Invisible People, the owner of that nonprofit organization, just sent us a thank you message this morning for our money for the donations. Where do we get the donations? Out of the sales. Then I have to pay staff. So, I mean, come on now, what you think? I ain't charging that much in the first place. So again, if you think I'm a scam, do your thing, stay away. But still keep coming and getting this free information, because no matter what trading system you have, you cannot over leverage. I don't care if you have the best trading system in the world. You still must respect. You still must respect, not financially over leveraging, which will kick into emotional over leveraging, which will kick into time over leveraging, which will kick into nothing but your world crumbling around you. All over what? Forex? Is it really worth it? See, I'm spitting fire because I don't care about buying, because I've told you guys, some of you guys, you didn't hear me. I done bought so many indicators, and I had bought so many mentors and this and that, and I still was blowing accounts. And when I look back on it, this was one of the reasons why. And they told me not to do it, but I was so much trying to be like them and make the big money, and I wasn't respecting how they did it. I didn't respect the rules. And that's why I said this Forex industry is just, it sucks. It's so unprofessional. And nobody takes, what many people do not take responsibility for their own actions. And I had to do it. And I still do. I still do. Because it doesn't go away. This is what's required in this business. So anyway, hopefully this video helped you guys. Hopefully it gave you some good information. I will continue to do some good videos for you. And you guys have a blessed day, all right? By the way, on a brighter note, it is coming up on 4th of July. So I want you guys to have a very, very nice 4th of July. If you decide to join us, that's fine. Go to our website, sign up, and it'll be www.superezforex.com. And even though it's the weekend, you don't have to wait for us. We don't have to send you anything. You'll have instant access. Your account will be unlocked. You can go through the video tutorials. And let me say this, in this unprofessional business, I can't tell you how many people signed up and not once did they pay attention to doing the actual tutorial videos. They skipping steps. And then they blowing up our emails. Hey, why isn't this? Did you look at the tutorials? It covered everything. See, a professional does not skip steps. I've never seen any immaturity in my life until I got into this business. And since I'm here, I'm going to start making corrections to it in my own small way. Whether the big industries like me or not, whether people think I'm trying to get over or not, I don't care. I'm going to make some changes because we need to pull this industry up out of the gutter that it's in. And one of the first things you do, if you ever buy somebody's product or services, before you blow them up with emails, make sure that you're reading and going through the tutorials. Make sure you look at how to use it first. Don't just slap stuff on your charts, think that, oh, at a glance, I see how it works. No, you don't. I tell people all the time, I don't take you see my charts, I don't take every trade I see. There was some trades that popped up while I was talking to you guys. Do you see me taking it? No, because it violates my rules of days that I trade. And it's all right there in the tutorials and then the printout manual. There's a manual to print out. Make sure to read through it. There's video tutorials to walk you through from how I take trades I don't take. It's also on how to install it properly, because we have an additional indicator. It's an extra indicator. You have to install it correctly in the right folder or your license key won't work. Do not be unprofessional. Okay? Okay? All right, you guys. Have a great weekend, and I'll talk to you next week if you decide to join us. All right, bye.